here for moral support.
Hey guys,
There's two
go
ninjas?
check out our SHSU
What?
Quadball social media page.
No.
We got a new manager. She's the GOAT.
Can you like AR and then film? Because Spencer's never AR. Actually, he'll be fine.
This is a good place for him to learn.
Oh, that's true.
Make him learn here. All right, y'all, if there are any bad calls, look at the person in the Grinch pajamas right there. They will be his fault. It is his first time. Please have a little bit of mercy, but not very much. The game is now starting. Will Spencer runs pretty fast to go pick up the ball, but he is afraid of Sean Townsend in front of him. Connor is pressing forward to open up some space. Will circles around the backs. Sean Townsend switched with Hayden Boys. He passes it across the field to Chris Dorsey. Chris makes a shot high, wide, not very handsome, but it is scored by Ray. Hayden now picks up the ball, and he is dribbling it down the field, quite literally. This is the wrong sport, Hayden. Please switch over to basketball. Now, off of this first drive, we're going to see whether or not Hayden Boyce is washed after leaving Sam Houston State University. He is slowly walking. He may be out of shape. Who knows? Sean Townsend now has the ball. Passes it down the pitch.
Oh, he's just riding it like Andrew.
Passes it to Hayden Boys. Hayden passes to Charleston. Charleston circles around. Fakes a pass. Fakes another pass. Cuts into the middle. Driving. Not really. Passes it back to his support. She is driving. And throws it over. Sean collects the ball once again. They are waiting. I would say this would be a great time to advance the quaffle. Passes it to Hayden. Hayden fakes throws. Sean circles around for support. Hayden swaps sides with him. Hayden passes it down. Charleston drives. And it is good. Charleston has scored.
Charleston?
I think. And they are stopping it for Brandon Kubena to get the ball. Brandon has such hustle. Look at this man. What a stunner. Putting his body on the line to get that quad ball. Our glorious King Kubena. Make sure you drop some hate in the comments. Will this even be posted on YouTube? I don't even know. Who knows? Carlton, yeah. Carlton, not Charleston. Sorry, Charleston. It's Carlton. I think?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm learning half these names as I go. So we'll see how many of them I got right. Ray is sneaking down the right side of his field. There are no bludgers on the pitch. They all got thrown to Timbuktu. Ray gets it back behind the goals, but Charlton had some great defense, whacked it out of his hands, and the refs are calling it, I don't know whose ball. The goal ref ran to fetch it. Look at that. So much hustle. All right. It is Purple's ball. Purple's inbound. Here we go. I got the crap sunburnt out of me last year. It was bright, yeah. I mean, it's bright this year too, but I think the UV index is down a little bit.
Same, but I'm worried about my face and my scalp.
Oh yeah, by the way, Hayden missed his shot. At least I think that was Hayden who shot that. And now he's being pressured by Will Spencer and Ray. Ooh, that looked like there might have been some rough contact in there, but overall a great tackle. We love to see some good old contact on Hayden Boys. Not many people tackle him. Rather because he is a slippery little bugger or because they just don't feel like hitting him. Chris is walking it down, passes it to Will. Will is driving in, fakes the shot. Hayden's on him, circles around, scrolls on Carlton. Something. I'm sorry.
Narrated by Wyatt Fredrickson.
It is narrated by Bailey Wallace. Hayden is driving down, thinking he is fast, and he scores. As Brandon has just said, he used to be Hayden Boys, but now he is Hayden Man. All right. Ray passes it to Chris. Chris is running forward with it. Passes it down to, I can't make out that person. Passes it back up to Chris. Chris kicks it over to Ray. Ray rips a shot. It went in. Powerful shot. They cannot stop it. And we are stopping it to get the balls. One bludger went to Timbuktu, and the quaffle went further. But no need to fear. Cat is getting one. Our goal ref is getting the other. We won't have to wait for very long. You won't lose much of your life listening to me. All right, Jonah's inbounding the bludger. Hayden Boys is inbounding the quaffle. If you may not know, they are married. Yes, married. Hayden is off the table for all you bachelors looking for him. Hayden kicks it over to, I think that is Sean. Sean is walking down, kicks it down to Carlton. Carlton kicks it over to Milena. Milena kicks it back. Hayden drives in. He shoots. Easy pass to Chris. Now, they used to be teammates, so that pass may be natural to Hayden Boys. Now Ray is walking it down. Chris takes a sub, and I do not know who just subbed in. As said by Aaron Price over there, Hayden is indeed washed. Ray kicks it down. And it's a shot straight into Hayden by, I think, Ralph. I think it's Ralph. I'm sorry, I do not know her name. She is one of the new Texas State Chasers. She has been amazing today. I'm sorry, I do not know your name. I know Brandon was saying it quite a bit earlier. I just do not remember it. Ralph gets back up, but it looks like there's an injury on the pitch. I'm going to turn this away. And we can now view Aaron Price. It won't pause. Why won't it pause? It's supposed to pause. All right, play has resumed. That's a little bit too zoomed in, but we're gonna work with it. Milena is running it down. She passes it over. Hayden is unfortunately too slow, too washed to get to the ball. The ball went way out. It was a great pass from Milena. A great look. Unfortunately, Hayden was not ready. And Ralph is inbounding it. Looks like we have Ashton Jane Lewis in the game now too for Ray. Connor is now beating. Manny is on the pitch too. I feel like I'm missing someone, but that's okay. Oh, Isabella, I think is her name. Told to me by Andrew.
I think it's Isabella.
I think it is. If I am wrong, it is his fault.
The Texas State Chaser.
You know, Isabella sounds right. Look for someone a girl who scored a lot. Oh, Carlton runs it down, scores, uncontested. Blue team was caught sleeping. Isabella. Yep, Carlton. He jogged it down and had a nice easy score. Kyle is now glazing him.
3-2.
All right, here we go. Ashton Jean Lewis is bringing the ball down. He passes it over. I think it was meant to be to Connor. He might have thought he was a chaser at the time. Sean Townsend is just going to get in. Looks like there's a little bit of head contact there on Sean, but we do not care. This is Slamta. That is A-OK here, as shown by the reffing throughout the day. As long as there is no concussions, we will take anything here at Slamta. The more violent, the better. Ashton is taking the ball down once more, walking it nice and slowly, waiting for his team to set up. He passes it over to, I believe, Isabella. She rips a very good shot, but unfortunately Brandon was there ready for it. Trey is running down. This man looks unstoppable right now. I don't think he'll be contested very much. And it goes through. AJL tried his best to stop that, but unfortunately Trey put too much power behind it. Ashton is going to sub off with, okay, never mind. He did the right thing and got the ball before he took that sub. Looks like Gabby is confused on what is happening. She's supposed to be a ref, but she does not know what's going on. That's okay. Sometimes this game does move a little fast. All right, Will Spencer's now in for AJL. Ashton Jean Lewis. Great gets the ball back up at the top. Baldy gets beat, but the beater wasted the ball because both ended up by him on the hoop. Great drives in, rips a shot from the keeper line, and it goes over. Too much power, too little accuracy. The score currently is 6-2. Purple is winning. They have a fast track to the finals, while the blue team is, well, still in there. We've seen bigger comebacks from Purple themselves. They came back from a 6-1 deficit against the black team in their first game. That was quite unfortunate for the black team. All right, some moves were being made around the hoops, but unfortunately they could not capitalize. And the blue team now has the ball. Will Spencer, the keeper, scoops it up to prevent anyone from doing anything. I believe that was Brandy there who made a good turtle on the ball, allowing for Will Spencer to collect it. He drove down, gives it to Great. Great shoots, scores with his usual pizzazz flair as he comes off his broom to take his victory lap. Chase gets the ball back. He has butterfingers, so he cannot collect it. And now we are waiting for this man to grab the ball as he slowly walks back to his broom. As you should be. All right, now Chase is strutting it down the field. I would call him for delay of game because this is slow. I'm not getting any younger here. All right, here we go. Baldy is driving down with the bludger, contesting a chaser. Chase passes it over to Brandon. Brandon keeps walking it down. He's being up with Baldy before passing it off to Chase. Chase is now being contested by Will Spencer. And Will Spencer goes for some contact. Chase gets it out. Brandon takes a shot pass to Sarah Stewart. Sarah unfortunately cannot collect the ball, and it is turned over. Will Spencer now has the ball. He is jogging down the field at a more significant pace than Chase was, which is always a lovely thing, but he is waiting for Connor to make his sub. He passes it down to Great. Great. I do not know what happens there, but somehow he still has the ball. He lets go of it so someone else can collect. She is beat and tackled. She is beat, tackled. Will Spencer gets it, and we are checking in on the player, I think. All right. All right, we are taking an injury sub because the ref had to stop to check on our player. She seems to be A-OK. She popped right back up immediately. She is seeming to move pretty a-okay across the field. Now, if you take a look at our fellow Grinch ref over there, he was just dancing, if you would like to rewind it, to check out those sick moves. Look at these iPad kid.
I'm making the social media.
Probably playing Brawl Stars. That is Andrew Acosta. Game is now resuming. Will Spencer is getting stuffed behind the hoops, gets tapped out by Baldy, and Chase grabs the ball. They are patting him on the back because he did something. He does stuff a lot, though. Don't let me fool you. Very good player, very smart player. He is now hustling down the pitch because all the bludgers are down. Brandon gets the ball. He hit great. Toppled the hoop. Went to the other hoop. Dunked it. Toppled that hoop. Nothing can stop Brandon. He hit over a player and 2 hoops to get his goal. And he went off broom. We are stopping play because there seems to be a possible foul committed as called by Kat Hay. At least I think that's her last name. I know her first name's Kat. The refs are now discussing. Alec Weber is now getting in the mix. Gabby Lopez is not joining the conversation and is instead waiting. So is Spencer. Look at him over there in his Grinch pajamas. So classy. Probably the most well-dressed person out here. He indeed committed to being green. All right, no foul on the play. Play will be resumed on her whistle. The play has been resumed. Will Spencer, it has the ball. He passes it down to Great. Great passes it back up to Will. Great is beat out by Milena. Will, I do not know what happened with Will, but he shot and missed. It hit the side of the hoop and dropped right down so he could pick it back up. Amazing hustle. He passes it over to his teammate. Unfortunately, the pass was not able to be collected. Brandon Kubina picked it up. Passed it to Chase, subbed off. Chase is now walking up with the ball. Chase passes it to Justin, who just subbed in, and subs out for Hayden Mann, as Brandon has called him. Hayden Mann gets the ball. He passes it across the pitch over to Justin. Justin was contested by 3 other players, and they managed to collect the ball before he could. Great collected it, gave it to Will Spencer. Now Will is walking it down the pitch with his team. The blue team is subbing out, so he's taking it nice and slow. His teammates are now in the pitch, getting set up. Milena contests, so he passes it down to Great. Great passes it over to his teammate. A nice catch and shoot from the Texas State rookie, Isabella, I think. We think it's Isabella. If not, we will be corrected soon and make sure that you don't know her name. Confirm it, scorekeeper.
I think so. This is the only name that's popping up a lot. She scored a lot. So.
Yep, Isabella. That's what we're going with. If not, we are deeply sorry.
Yeah.
All right. Purple team is driving down. They pass it down. All right. And Hayden gets it up top. He slips through the defense, bypassing Will Spencer, bypassing Christopher Dorsey, bypassing Great for a wonderful goal. Hayden Mann apparently is not washed. He was just bathing in his sweat. All right, Chris is walking down, apparently talking with the ref. Whether he is complaining or making nice chat, we do not know. Our wonderful ref over there, Spencer, is doing some high kicks while he's watching the game. Chris still has the ball, uncontested, and they pass it around a little bit too high, and the ball goes out of bounds for a wonderful purple ball. Purple's going to inbound it and start making their way down the field. As Brandon said, there was some good hustle from Kyle out there. Wonderful beater play here. Unfortunately, the blue team could not capitalize because the purple beaters were wonderful during that play. And those are Joan and Kyle. Joan is walking with her newlywed husband down the pitch. He passes it away. And Joan, unfortunately, had her ball caught. Purple passes it down behind the hoops. It goes over Hayden, but luckily another purple player is there to collect. They are driving it in. Hayden gets it. He shoots, blocked by Christopher Dorsey. Purple collects the ball once again. Hayden was beat. Kyle is making a hammer play, but unfortunately did not work because Connor Mason came in. Richard now does not score. That looked like it was good from up here, but unfortunately it was not. There's a little bit of trash talk on the field as Ashton Butler says, "No good, buddy." All right, Blue is walking it down. Isabella swaps with Ashton Jean Lewis. She's now taking command of the field. Looks like she's looking for a shot. Makes a pass, and it is good. I think his name is Julian. I could be wrong. Not Julian. Julian, maybe? I do not know. I will ask someone who knows later. For now, we will call him Blue Player. I am sorry. All right, Jonas putting some pressure as the beater. She beat out the female chaser guarding the hoop, but was not able to beat Christopher Dorsey in time before the shot came in. So now they are driving down the pitch. There are no bludgers in the air for purple. Joan is collecting the bludger as fast as she can. Kyle is walking back. There's no blue beater either. So this is chaser on chaser violence. And Ashton Jean Lewis ends up scoring with a wonderful drive-in shot. Great comes back on the pitch, subbing in for Chris Dorsey. And I believe that is Brandy who subbed in as the new female beater. Purple is walking it down. Passes it back to Brandon. Brandon passes it over to Trey. They now have their bludger support, their one bludger that is up on the pitch. Milena gives it to Kyle. Kyle is now looking to make a beat. He misses, hits his own fellow beater, Milena Sosa. Kyle tries to beat Great. Great is on the center hoop, so he can just tag in nice and easy. Now, Blue is on a fast break because Purple has no bludgers up. They beat out everyone. Great has a wonderful score. What a very fast man. The play is stopped. They are sending everyone back to where they were to collect the ball because apparently Great threw it far. The score is now 8-7. Purple team is up. The play has been immediately stopped again. Purple has called a timeout because Blue has closed that 4-point deficit they were in. Purple is now shaking in their boots. They do not want to end up losing. They want their clean streak to keep going, so they are now calling the timeout. They are scared. Shiver me timbers. Gabby the ref is now coming up. Look at her go. Climb those steps.
Stop.
There we go.
And
We have a biased ref as she says Great is making a difference, y'all. I repeat, the ref is saying Great makes a difference.
Wow, I didn't think it was gonna be this close. Don't worry, Brandon, cut this out.
Brandon will not cut this out. This is some wonderful commentary.
On my paper, I might be wrong, but I have them Blue up over Purple. But Purple is up.
Look at this iPad kid.
She's texting Laura.
Exactly.
And I
iPad
just
kid.
finished updating the social media.
Excuses. Always on that technology.
Yeah, I'm on that grind.
Always on that technology. Shameful.
You know what's crazy though?
Yeah, what are you using right now? What?
I am filming a game.
You are always on that
I
technology.
am using a tripod. I am not using electronics. The tripod is using electronics.
So,
Indeed. I am what you call a wise man. All right, the game is starting up again. Gabriela Lopez was caught slacking up here in the stands. She now has to hurry back to get her game reffing. Look at that middle finger caught on camera. Brandon, do not edit this out because Gabby is indeed not as innocent as she says. Quite a rude one here at Sam Houston State University. That is our president. Do not mess with Sam Houston or you may get a middle finger from Gabriela Lopez. All right, Team Rain, as they call themselves, just broke the chant. They are ready to go back in it with a new game plan to get back up ahead. Will it work? That would be hilarious. Brandon, if you're listening to this, we want to get a picture of Gabby flicking off the camera so we can put it on a t-shirt and show up to practice with it. Please make that happen. All right, so back to the game. Purple passed it over. A lot of pressure from the blue beaters, but that leaves their goals open as Sean drives in and scores. Blue overextended, so purple capitalized on it. Unfortunately, Connor plays too aggressive of a beater game. Brandy is confused on how that happened. I think at least that's what's happening because she had her hands in a shrug. But Connor was too aggressive. They capitalized nice and easily. Will Blue respond? Look at Spencer dancing once more. Is he reffing or is he breakdancing? The world may never know. All right, great. Is driving in. He runs over his beater, the opponent's beater, the other chaser, and there's now an injury stoppage. I will turn the camera away. Looks like there's a foul on play. Milena is walking out. There might have been back contact on Brandy. Both are down, both Brandy and Trey. There seems to be several collisions. We shall now wait. Awkward silence. Andrew, give us the latest news on ball subs.
For real? Oh man. I think my favorite baller right now, probably Doug.
I like Mo's.
Oh no. No, it's actually pretty funny.
Oh, well, my
He's
favorite.
so hot though. Can't be. But
I haven't played this class since this class life year.
oh yeah. I played that guy.
I played a little bit of that. I was an angel beforehand. You know, there's actually insanely fun play.
Oh yeah. He's really good now. He's like, he used to be really bad.
Oh, I loved him when he was bad. I pushed him like to 500 and he was like dog shit. And I pushed him up to, and then after that, I pushed him up to 750. And he was so nice. And then he got a bunch of buffs and really started using him as an actual shit player.
Yeah.
So I got out class and
Hair him look like a support character.
kid. Gosh. All right, everybody's been taken care of. It seems like everyone's a-okay, and Blue capitalizes on the stoppage to score. Milena comes back into the game after receiving her yellow card. Looks like our refs are caught slacking. Spencer was talking with someone who's off the pitch, not paying attention. Yes, I'm calling out all of these refs. That, if you were wondering, is his roommate Sean in the gray hoodie. Now we pass it over to Brandon. Brandon is walking up with Milena. He passes back over to Hayden, who has the support of Baldy. Baldy taps out Ralph in great. There was an open goal. They could not capitalize in time. Hayden gets beat, passes it to Brandon. Brandon gets beat, passes it down to Sean before he gets beat. And Sean forces it through, and it is good. Ashton is waiting for the ref to pass him the ball. There is no... There was no beaters for Blue at the time. Connor picks up the ball. Purple has fire, aka they have both bludgers. Pass down to Isabella. Isabella gets beat after passing it back up to Ashton. Ashton passes down to Ralph. Ralph has support of Connor. Connor throws it at Hayden. Hayden gets beat. Connor gets beat. So now there are no beaters for Blue. Sean picks up the ball after Ralph got beat and scores nice and easy. A nice little stroll in the park. It is now 11 to 8, pardon me, for Purple.
It's 11-8.
Our current scorekeeper over by the camera has 10 to 9, so we will need to check to see if the little pamphlet refs have it wrong. But that is not my job to take care of. We're going to say 11 to 8. If not, oh well, Purple paid off the refs. But Chris Dorsey just got beat. Hayden picks it up. his wonderful wife ended up securing that goal for him. Put that down as an assist for Joan Boys and Hayden Man.
Does she become Joan?
Nope. Hayden graduated from being a boy, so he is a man. Well, Joan, sorry, you're stuck with the last name. All right, Chris is walking it down with Ashton Jean Lewis. Chris switches the pitch so that Ashton has the support of Connor Mason. Connor is walking it down. He is being challenged by Joan to make it a little bit harder to make those beats on her hubby. All right, Ralph has it in the back pitch, being pressured by Sarah Stewart. Switches the pitch over to Isabella. Isabella takes a shot, misses, but it goes up to Chris. Chris has the ball. Brandy was beat. She runs back. Baldy is now pressuring, getting back on the pitch. Joan is pressuring. Brandon got beat by Blue Chaser, and it is no good because Ashton was beat way before he was able to make that dunk. Hayden is now dribbling it back down the pitch. He is running. He is sprinting. There are no beaters for Blue apparently, so they are running as fast as they can. Swaps it over to Sean. Blue was not ready. They were not paying attention. They were just worried about Hayden, and it's another goal for Sean. Another assist for Hayden. That brings Sean up to, I believe, 5 goals, yes? 5 goals. Your recorder is so smart. All right, Ralph is waiting for Will Spencer to get onto the pitch. We have Great subbed in as well now. So it is Great, Will, and Ralph and Isabella making a strong offense here. Ralph shoves Sean away from him. And then we score for the Blue. It is now 13-9. As Aaron Price just said from the stands, he did indeed make it. He's grinning like a fool over there. Don't let him fool you. He's a vicious man. He does love this recorder. Indeed. All right, Hayden Boys is now walking it down the pitch with Joan. Passes it over to Brandon. Brandon walks down. Joan is now supporting him. Brandon kicks it down to Sean. Baldy is moving around the back, maybe trying to create a hammer situation. Passes it back down to Brandon on the opposite side, down to Hayden, same side as Baldy and Joan. We are looking at a hammer situation. Connor is pressuring Baldy. Connor beats out Baldy. Baldy recycles before he can beat. Joan is protecting the ball. And now there are no beaters in the situation. Is Chaser on Chaser. Hayden scores because Sarah Stewart moved Ralph off of the hoop. Nice pass from Brandon. Great score from Hayden. Great heads-up play from Sarah Stewart. Will almost get tackled by Sean, but he shrugs him off and takes a shot. It was tipped. Sarah collects it, gives it to Hayden. The ball is now safe. Spencer makes an exaggerated bow backwards in frustration as the ref, because the team he got paid by is not winning. Now Hayden is walking it down. Baldy's making some great plays. He beats out Connor Mason as he picks up the bludger. Joan picks it up. Baldy picks it up. So now we have a control situation on their hands. It is now last possession. Purple stalled for enough time so they can have last possession. They won't have to worry about a counter attack here or a fast break. It looks like Baldy and Joan are hanging back so they can keep possession of the bludgers going into snitch on pitch. So they are waiting for some chaser on chaser violence here so that it all gets taken care of. Brandy is protecting the hoops with the bludger, so it's a little bit hard to drive in here. Brandy makes the beat on Sarah Stewart. It is collected by Ralph, and that is halftime. Looks like Hayden took about 30 strides forward after that whistle. If these refs were not paid off, they will move that broom back. But it looks like the refs do not notice. They are oblivious. All right, now we're going into halftime. All right, we are back. Unfortunately, we missed Blue Team's rallying chant there. It was something to be impressed by, if you take my word for it, based on my inspired tone. But I promise it was great. All right, we have Brock coming out as the snitch. You can tell because there's a floating pair of pants and arms. You cannot see his body because he is wearing what I assume is camo. We'll see if the Seekers can see past this deception. On the other side of the pitch, we have Chris and I think that's Sean. Yep, that is definitely Sean. Leaning on their sticks, waiting for the game to start, chatting it up like a couple old good pals. And then we're going to kick this game off. Set score will be 20 or 200 if you're going by the actual score. It is 14-9, or if you're being fancy, 140-90. We have our scorekeeper over there, our resident iPad kid, coming back from her long trek getting water. For once, she is touching grass and not her screen. The refs already blew their whistle, but apparently they are stalling to get the snitch and seekers ready. Here we go. The game is starting up. Blue has the ball. After their stop on purple the previous half, Will Spencer is walking it down, twirling it in his hands. Now he's crouching to block from Baldy. He is scared of Baldy. He chucks it down to Great. It was almost stopped by purple. Great is now challenging them. Has a good spin move. Looks like purple went off broom, but the refs do not care because this is Slamta. Great is not able to drive past purple. If you look in the corner here, you see some snitch play. Brock dropped his ball. And unfortunately, that is a 3-2-1 countdown. While blue team just scored. They had a nice strong shot and made it go in. Now as purple is running it down, they also are giving Sean plenty of time, space, and opportunity to challenge Brock the snitch. But unfortunately, Brock gets beat, and so does purple chaser Brandon Kubena. Unfortunately, he passed it after the play. He cannot do that, so therefore blue got the ball immediately to Will Spencer. An easy fast break, an easy goal. Unfortunate for Hayden and Brandon. Sean is challenging Brock. Brock is doing a good job of moving his feet and being strong, but he's maybe stepped out. The ball fell off again. Get some tape for this man. All right, we are running it down the pitch. Unfortunately, snitch will not be in frame because they are too far over. Gabriela Lopez needs to move them over a little bit. Looks like Brock is grabbing his head a little bit, not paying too much attention. Sean dives in. He misses it. It falls off while blue is collecting the ball. Gives it to Will Spencer. Will is driving down. Gabby needs to make sure she's calling the head contact for the snitch so that everything stays safe. But that is A-okay because this is Slamta. And we have some nice, strong individuals seeking. Hayden gets beat from across the map. Across the map? What am I, a gamer? No, across the pitch. And then the other chaser gets beat. I'm sorry, I cannot make out who that is right now. I'm blind as a bat, apparently. Will picks it up. Brandy had a wonderful snipe. Beat them out. Nice hustle on the play. Blue passes it down to Great. Great, unfortunately, gets stuffed by Brandon Kubena. King Kubena, king of defense. Brandon, ooh wee. It is luckily the ref stopped that in time because Brandon decided to give Great's head a nice, wonderful clothesline from behind there and go over him and end up on the ground. That should be 2 yellow cards right there for Brandon Kubena, but luckily he got off by the skin of his teeth because this again is Slamta, home of illegal contact.
I do this every semester.
All right, we have Carlton seeking. Brock decided to go over to the blue team's side to seek. I do not know if he should be over there. He should be turned to the middle, but that's okay. Great passes it off to the female chaser. I'm not sure her name. I am sorry. Correct me later if you would like. I would love to know your name, maybe. We'll see a catch here from Carlton, but no, he gets pulled by Brock. He was going over for the reach, let go of his broom. It was pulled off. Hayden drives down, passes it to Chase. Chase is driving in towards the medium hoop, passes it off to, I believe, Justin. Justin dunks it on 2 different people. It was a contested hoop. They were focused on our other player, and it gets dunked for a wonderful pass. Brandon subs out because he is old and tired. Blue takes a timeout. They need to regain their momentum. Purple took a timeout earlier to catch their breaths, pull ahead. Blue is trying to close the gap once more. Remember, the set score is 20-20. Since then, purple has scored 1, I believe. Blue has scored 2 or 3. You need to look back at the recording, not me, to figure that out. While this timeout goes on, I'm going to pause it so I don't have to talk. I am starting this recording up for my own protection. Unfortunately, Brandon crashed out. He hit the camera, and now we come back. I think that was a certified crash out. Brandon's? Kubena? But I say Kubina. All right, we are resuming now. Technical difficulties. We are back. To catch up on what you missed, Trey almost caught the snitch. Brock was not paying attention. Brock managed to weave just in time, and then Purple scored. The score is now 16-12, 4 points away from set score for Purple. Blue passes it down and scores. Wonderful. Ooh, that was Bailey Wallace. All right, Hayden is waiting for his team to get down. But while he is waiting, Blue catches the snitch. Blue catches the snitch. This was critical because now it brings Blue to be tied to Purple. If this goes through, the refs are going to need to talk about it. Will the snitch say it's no good, or will he say it is good? This is up to anyone. Who knows? The snitch decides to pants himself, so yes, it is indeed good. We are now sitting at...
What to what? What I got.
Oh wait, never mind. It is not tied. I might be dumb. It is 13-16, so that caught them up a lot.
It was 13.
It was 13-16, so that brought them up to tied. We shall see. I don't know what the score table is doing. They seem to be as confused as I am. Okay, yes, it is.
I don't know though.
They are changing it. It shows 16-16 on the score table. So the game is now tied. Blue crawled up from a very large deficit. Looks like that timeout worked quite well, but Hayden Boys says, no siree. I am Hayden Mans. You forget who you're speaking to. I am scoring this ball. They stopped play to get the quaffle back to Will Spencer. But now we are putting Justin back to where he belongs because he walked up way too much. You cannot do that here in this lovely sport. So Brandon made sure to correct him very lickety-splickety. All right, play's resuming. Blue is driving down. Blue has 1 bludger. Purple has 2. Will Spencer is driving in. Gets it stripped from him by Hayden Mann. Sean Townsend is driving down. Hayden picks it up. Hayden dodges the beat. Hayden is driving in. He goes past 1. Drops the ball. Is Great hits him. Great picks it up. Great drops it because he is beat. Will Spencer collects it because Blue is swarmed all over it. Is in their keeper box. It'd be bad defending if they didn't. Will passes it over to Great. Great passes it right back up to Will. Blue's beater is lagging behind. Purple has 2 bludgers. Baldy is pressuring 2 in the back while Milena is covering. Milena pressures Great. Great dodges? Question mark? I assume so. Hayden wraps him up, twirls him around. Great tries to take the shot anyways, throws it way over. And unfortunately, it goes out of bounds for Purple to get the ball. Carlton subs in for Justin. Carlton is now running down the pitch to get set up right by Connor. He could have taken an easy beat, but he decided not to. Where's that aggressive nature we love? Hayden is now running down the pitch. Milena is behind him with the bludger. Milena is running to catch up while Hayden walks to wait for her to catch up. And now we are waiting. Hayden passes up to Sean, takes his sub. Sean lets it roll on the ground. He picks it up as well. Milena goes over to join him, so now they are pressuring the blue team. Baldy beats out. And now Purple is still walking. We do not care that someone was beat. We are just going to stroll. All right, Sean takes on the keeper and scores. Poor Jackson. All right. Connor gets the bludger from out of bounds. He inbounds the bludger while Jackson gets the quaffle. He hides it behind his back, acting like nobody knows that he has it. He brings back out because he realizes his foolishness. All right, now we have Chris back on the pitch. We have Manny on the pitch. We have Alec on the pitch, subbing in on the blue team. Brandy is the other beater. Connor has the bludger. Brandy is going to go up and help pressure to try to gain control. Purple has been very dominant on the beater team. Baldy beats out Connor. Baldy makes a questionable beat there. That might have been third bludger interference, but Brandy is beat. Who cares? Are we going to call third bludger if this announcer knows what he is saying? And there's a turnover. Wonderful. Oh, Kat looks to be giving some tips on tackling to her fellow teammate in mid-pitch. This is a referee giving tips to a player. If this is not biased, I do not know what is, but that is A-okay. This is Slamta. All right, Sean has the ball. He dodged Jackson coming up from behind. He is walking. Still walking up the pitch. Menacingly. Baldy contests Connor. Connor throws. Baldy is beat. Connor was beat. Connor gets back on Broom. And this allowed for an opportunity to score. They missed. Carlton gets the ball from behind. He is on purple, mind you. He throws it. It goes over. And now Sean picks it up. Connor misses his long beat on him. Connor, oh, never mind. Hit him. The ref called him beat. Connor's beats are apparently heat-seeking as he beats them from far away, allowing his team to pick up the quaffle so they can now attack. But they are down by 2, so they are going to need some very smart plays here to make sure they are still in the game. Remember, set score is 20. It is 18-16 with purple up. Purple needs to score 2, while blue needs to score 4. Will blue be able to score enough to win, or will purple maintain their lead and finish it off nice and neatly? Chris goes off Broom, so therefore purple's going to get back up. Sean is going to have a nice, very open drive. He has to contest with Jackson as he has Carlton to pass it to. Carlton unfortunately knocked over the hoop when he went to dunk, and Jackson picked it up. That was a good scoring opportunity, but stuff happens. Unfortunately, we have an injury on the pitch. Connor is cramping. This man needs to drink more water. He is dehydrated, and now he is in pain on the pitch, being needed stretched out by Sarah Stewart. It seems to be a calf cramp. I'm not going to look over there for his dignity. We have Trey rallying his team to make the final 2 points, saying, team, we need 2, we need 2. He is indeed right. His team needs to take the opportunities that they have and score rather than wasting good scoring opportunities. All right, Connor gets back up. It looks like he has cured himself of his cramps. He is jogging over to the sideline to drink water, hopefully, if he is smart. All right, we're about to resume the game here. All right, HR blows the whistle to resume the play. Brandy is challenging Baldy. Baldy beats her, so now blue does not have any bludgers. Purple has 1, but she was challenged. Milena was challenged by the other beater. He got beat, and so it was a chaser-on-chaser game. Blue shot from far away, missed. Purple has the ball. Carlton is now seeing an opportunity to go score. He's sprinting down the pitch. He is challenging the small hoop. He runs around the back. He challenges the medium hoop. A nice, easy jog for him. A stroll in the park. He scores. 19-16. 1 goal to win. If we scored that dunk earlier, this game could have been wrapped up here, but that is A-okay. We all miss our opportunities once in a while. Jackson is walking down with the bludger as our HR stares him down. Great, walks back across the half pitch, so that should be yep, she is calling it a reset. So therefore, if they bring it back across mid-pitch, it is no longer the possession, but great. Decides to become a ballerina and spins through the defense and scores. All right, so blue team needs to score 3 more. They need to be unanswered for 4 goals total. Unfortunately, purple only need 1. They need 1 stroke. And Brandon Kubina comes back on the pitch. We love Brandon Kubina. Yes, as Bailey Wallace sit behind the phone, Taco Cubana. And Trey decides to take matters into his own hand, takes the ball from coast to coast, dunk in a flying fashion to end the game in a nice, tidy 20-17. Well, technically, 200 to 175. Blue pulled, so they have that extra 5 points to make them feel better. All right, that is the, well, 6th game of the day, I think. We are about to go into the 3rd versus 4th place game, which I believe will be blue against green. All right, bye.